Pause for a minute. Sheesh is right. That's what I said. Because, hey, excuse me, my hands are covered in cheese. I've been eating cheese puffs. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, both my parents, covered my mama solo, but her and my daddy, they have been explaining to me about what men can do. I could probably say about my daddy, most likely, real strict. Now, I can tell you this: there have been some creep men that would be slick, for real, because this actually happened in Georgia. After what taking out some of the stuff that we had in the house. Well, actually, it was like an old couch that we had, like, kind of. No. It wasn't really like thrown away. Maybe we did throw it away, but um, the fact of the matter is, this particular neighbor, we were at the complex, of course. That same dude who was basically at the complex as well, like a neighbor, of course. He came by to help me and my little sister, of course. And my dad was just right outside, just making sure we're okay. And we were teen adults at the time, so the thing is this: my dad pretty much had went inside, and of course my sister was, I think she went inside to grab something, whatever the case was she was doing. Me, of course, I was about to go to anger management class, if I can remember correctly. But once my dad was inside, that crazy neighbor had the audacity to make sure that my dad was inside the house. Like, if he was going to be that damn slick to get with me, whispering, saying, "Let me get your number." I didn't even catch what he was saying at first, but when I read the lips, that's where I had told him my phone is off. What makes you think I was going to be able to give you my damn phone? And you're actually doing it while my dad's at the house. Of course, my dad's going to be around. And then, even though we were going through a terrible storm, electricity was completely out for about a week. So, yeah, definitely a week. And we were definitely at the community center just to grab some food. I know it sounds kind of shocking that, yes, we definitely went through a terrible storm at the time. Thank God we were okay, though. But even though we were just chatting with people that went through the exact same similar things that we were going through, they probably had dealt with electricity or maybe some other stuff. I'll tell you that now. This dude, however, kind of a bit heavy set light skin, but man, he definitely seemed like he was a bit of a much more bigger creep. And even I noticed. The idea was the fact of, being at my aunt's house until we get our electricity back. So, quite frankly, yeah. His words, of course, even though the conversation was getting a bit loud and stuff like that, maybe not so much loud, but that man was like, "Y'all can stay here." And I noticed that when he had said that, of course, my dad kind of looked in the corner of the eye while he was still having the conversation. He literally heard what the man was saying. And my dad knew where he was going with that. He wasn't having it. Of course, when we left the community center, I told my dad about it. That's when he told me that he was already aware of it. So, but the one thing that really irks my damn nerves is that some of these crazy ass dudes would think that my dad is my boyfriend. What the fuck? That is some shit. We got the exact same DNA. That is my father. And that just shows that you definitely have no respect for no parents when they tell them to back the fuck off of their child. So I'll tell you this. The fact that my dad and my mother did not want me nor my sister to hang with some trash dude will show disrespectful to my parents. If you want to be presentable towards me, and of course if you want to show oppression towards my family too, oh yeah, you better show up decent to get my family's approval. Because if not, that's the quickest way to get your ass kicked. Then again, sometimes my dad will at least allow me to kick that dude out of my life. Because my dad would be waiting for what me or my sister would do for the person to treat us like that. I ain't expecting him to help me out here. Shit, like my dad said, they're not always going to be around. They're just going to be up and happy with good Lord. I'm not saying that, like, I'm not saying like I'm wishing the devil on them. No, I'm not saying it like that. The thing is, they taught me well. Now that we're adults, they had, raised us the best they can. We make a decision whether we want to do something good or bad, and just able to live the life that we can. You just put God first. That's the thing. And definitely have the choice whether if you want to stick with some ratchet dude that has a toxic way of not giving a damn, or you will just do something for yourself, make a good living, and wait. And you know what? It may seem like it's just, so depressing to wait. But I still have waited for 6 years. And I'm proud of that. Some people may think that it was just, what? You just want to be waiting until you're 40? Let me tell you something. I don't really give a fuck. Okay? If I have trust issues for a reason, then I do have trust issues for a reason. Because of what the hell I have went through for the past 6 damn years. Especially in this area. My area that I'm in. Excuse me to get pissed off, but this is how bluntly it is. Oh. So if you think that my parents hasn't really gone through that, or witnessed some bullshit that's been happening, or heck, I don't even know if they had any friends that probably with the same thing. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've dealt with some certain friends that definitely stick by their side and they get mad at me just because, I'm by myself and I'm living happily shit. You don't think I go through the struggle by my damn self? Financially? You know what? I gotta be struggling financially than struggling with dealing with a nigga that don't give a fuck. Okay? You're not gonna live here rent free. So of course, it's a good thing to cut ties with him. Literally. Especially to try to drag me to drink it. Bullshit. And dealing with that. So, quite frankly, Dad probably had that with something like that. Maybe, I don't know. He probably has told me about that. We had a lot of conversations, and of course, it gets real intense, and I may probably forget some of it, but of course, my dad probably go through that. Okay, he cut the ties with him. Cool. My mom, if she did or hadn't, well, she lived for herself. How? So, so even though I may be struggling financially, it does suck. But at least I'm by myself, living for myself, of course. And even though it may seem like I may say it selfishly, but I thank God that I'm not even with a dude that's not gonna be equal for me. I'm not even sure about the fact of data. I can be nervous about that because, of course, there's going to be boundaries where you definitely would just, definitely listen to your instincts. But not only have I gone through shit from like the time I was like 24 and up, I basically went through the similar shit that actually happened to me when I was about 16 and 21. But also, it took courage to let go of a dude. If they're going to take advantage of me, I'm definitely not going to wait. However, my dad was right to the fact of not going back with my ex after he dumped me. So that's why I had said, when a friend had posted, what could it be done in the young adults, I said in that quote, I should have waited. Focus on school first as a teenager, then as an adult, maybe I'll think about that. But that's what I should have did. Hey, I'm still here. And I'm proud of that. So, mad props to me. That's it. Deuce.